This heavily awaited chapter is finally released, ladies and gentlemen. The final pages of the Bastud Munich vs Italy's UBERS match is finally here, and a winner has been decided. Yo, what's going on everybody? It's Animasu as always, bringing you all another weekly chapter review. In today's video, I'm going to be giving you guys an in-depth analysis, some theories, and my opinions on chapter 238 of Blue Lock. If you happen to enjoy these types of videos and want to support me, please be sure to subscribe to the channel, comment on my videos, and even check out the Halloween art competition that I'm hosting. Thank you people so much for tuning in, and enjoy the video. Blue Lock's 238th chapter picks right back up with Hiyori's push. Sprinting straight towards Nico, Kunigami and Ness can also be seen running along either side of him. The intro text here says, his buddy is waiting for him to deliver the final pass. As the players gather in front of the UBERS goal, it's now time to follow your ego, go all in, and bring this fantastic match to an end. Now I know some people I've seen in the comments and community would disagree with this being a fantastic match, but we're going to talk about that in another video this week. Anyways, as we then get a perspective change over to Nico, he's been surprised by Hiyori's unpredictable acceleration here. He knows confidently that he can't stop him in a one-on-one, so his only other use is to try and slow his attack down. We then get to see the perspective from behind Isagi, and it seems like Ryu is in charge of marking him now. Ryu himself also makes note here that Isagi is purely playing off of Hiyori's movements in order to get this final pass, however he's confident that he won't let them move freely. Aiko is then shown to be observing the situation as well, noting that he's aiming for the chaos created by Isagi and Hiyori. Attempting to predict the trajectory itself of Hiyori's pass, Michael Kaiser is fully intent on poaching this winning goal by forcibly snatching away the final pass. We see an overhead view of Kaiser sprinting straight towards Isagi, who also has Ryu and Aiku already too close. Isagi actually is just thinking to himself here about keeping his eyes on Kaiser, however his rival here is literally thinking about killing him. Now I don't know if he thinks that he's the Terminator or something, but Kaiser's supposed to be the one dropping cold one-liners, not making petty death threats. More of Hiyori's fancy footwork is then shown, as it looks to me that he used a La Crocheta to try and glide past Nico. It might have also just been a step over, but it's kinda hard to tell with the ball motion indicator. As Nico is watching all of this with a worried look, Hiyori again begins to make another move, making Nico believe that he's now going to the right. Instead of doing that though, Hiyori actually drags the ball to his near back left, feinting Nico as he just steps in helplessly. Poor Nico is just being surprised all game by these random anomalies, as Hiyori is just another person who embarrassed him and the UBERS. Ryu realizes here that his passing route to Isagi is now opened up, and with Isagi looking super focused here, Oliver Aiku too is then shown to be surprised. As he's watching Hiyori here, he's made the realization that he's only keeping his eyes on the ball. With this fact in mind, Oliver Aiku can only think that Hiyori is doing one thing. He must be planning on shooting the ball himself. As we see Hiyori indeed pulling his leg back for the shot, Kaiser and Kunigami can also both be seen sprinting up the field, as Lorenzo too begins to make his move. Sprinting quickly in order to close the gap, Lorenzo is barreling towards Hiyori while calling him selfish. Then smirking like always though, Lorenzo points out that Blue Lock is all about selfishness anyway. It's kinda the entire point. With a close-up of Hiyori's foot and his eyes then being shown, it seems as though he's made his decision to not shoot the ball. He's instead popped it up in a play similar to what Nagi would do, with the ball actually redirecting off of Lorenzo's leg. Nico is just kind of standing there helpless and confused on what to do, but who can really blame the kid? I mean, even Lorenzo is shown to be confused with this whole situation, as neither he or Nico can figure out what their plan is. How fucking predictable. As text is then shown with lightning all around it, obviously our man Barou has now arrived on the scene. Becoming a defender again for his team all the way in the backlines, Barou tells Hiyori that it's never really a question. In the end, he's just going to pass the ball. He goes on to scream out that all the passing routes are now sealed off, as he tells Hiyori that without Isagi, he's just an insignificant lackey who's too weak to fight alone. Now I personally wouldn't take this disrespect, however neither will Hiyori. Too slow, dumbass. As Hiyori stares at the ball in front of his face, he then begins to leap into action once more, as he tells Barou that he can already envision Isagi scoring the winning goal. With Lorenzo on the ground behind him as well as Nico, and the king at his front, Hiyori basically tells them all that their fates have already been sealed. His Barou, Kaiser, and Aiku are all then shown to be glancing in confusion. Isagi Yoichi too is now making his final preparations. We see Isagi darting behind this entire group of people, pushing off of Ryu as they just all watch helplessly. Barou also has his hands full as Hiyori is putting the mix on him too, and all of the UBERS defense right now has just made the realization. Neither Isagi or Hiyori are even looking at one another as we get this amazing close-up of both of their faces. Dripping with sweat from the intensity and with both of them donning the flow eyes, these two egoists are wreaking havoc on the Ubers. Finally, after passing off the ball, Barou was just seen helplessly stepping in as he couldn't have possibly tracked this. Kaiser 2 is then shown to be trying to push away from Nico, however Isagi looks as though he's already slipped behind. I really love these panels where the perspective is from behind the player, as it always seems to give us a more dynamic view of the field. As even a fuller view of the scene is then shown to us, Isagi Yoichi is there in the bottom right, just breaking through the defense. As both of these threats are fully synced up, Yohiyori only asks one final question to Isagi. "Are you there, egoist?" The pass is finally then seen dropping straight down in front of Isagi, even carrying with it Hiyori's broken glass-like aura. As the goalkeeper prepares himself to take action, and both Yohiyori and Isagi's eyes are shown, Isagi then prepares to swing through with the shot. This small little panel here just hits different for some reason, and honestly I wish it would have been a double spread too. Swinging through and shooting the ball off, Isagi and his intensity have finally staked it all on the line here, hoping to just make this one final shot. As the ball flies through the air and nears the goal, Fukakugen is helpless to save it. Isagi Yoichi has now secured the winning goal, winning the game 3-2 for Basel Munich and scoring a brace for himself. Isagi Yoichi has proved to the world that he is indeed a striker. Leaping onto Yohiyori as the two just scream out in excitement, these two have shown that they originally thought was true. If they clash and cross together their visions of becoming the world's best players, then they can create plays that go beyond even their wildest dreams. The word impossible doesn't exist in either Isagi or Hiyori's lexicon. As the two egoists conquer the chaos and score the winning goal, they have now shown the world that they are currently in the football universe's epicenter. The Bastard Munich vs UBERS game has finally come to its conclusion, ending 3-2 in favor of Bastard Munich. All that we're left with until next week's chapter is 239's upcoming title, which is Creation. Make sure to let me know down in the comments what you guys think this could mean, as I myself has a pretty straightforward view on it. It simply refers to Isagi when he'll inevitably be yapping about he and Hiyori created that amazing play, with us potentially even seeing Michael Kaiser's reaction. I'm really wondering if he's going to end up being a sore loser here, as Isagi has also won their rivalry with his winning brace. I should have some pretty interesting videos up soon talking about that, the PXG match, the downtime before it, and even the upcoming bid values. I also have a compilation video coming soon recapping the entire UBERS match, so make sure to stick around for that gigantic video. I may also have a lot of college work to do, but we're not going to worry about that because it's going to get done. As always, I just want to thank you all so much for tuning into the channel. If you guys enjoy the type of content I push out or would like to support me, make sure to subscribe to the channel, comment below your opinions, and also check out the Bullock Halloween art competition that I'm currently hosting. I hope you all have an amazing rest of your day, and I'll see you next time.